All right, all right. After a month of no EuroLeague basketball, we are back with round 27. Welcome to the takeoff, everyone. Pops, how'd you spend the time off?
Oh man, I had a little beach. I don't know what everybody's complaining about EuroLeague taking some time off. I hope the players got some rest. I had a little bit of beach, had a good time, but man, I miss EuroLeague. I'm ready to go. And what a way to get started on Thursday night. Real Madrid, Panathinaikos, number one versus number three. Who you got, son?
Well, first of all, you bum, you're at the beach while I'm working on this pilot, getting this show, off the ground, taking off, as I should say. But this week, game of the week, maybe game of the year, championship title preview, perhaps. I know it. I know your face. I saw that face. It's a big game. I mean, you got Ataman. Ataman was brought here to do this and win big games against teams like Madrid. He's trying to build that team up into a contender. And there's no better way to do that than going into Madrid, beating the defending champions, and giving them their first home loss of the season.
Look, big game for who? That's the question. It's not a big game for Madrid. Madrid's sitting on top comfortable. It's just another game for Real Madrid.
Shout out to the fans that are going to be all over Wizzing tomorrow.
It may be a big game for Panathinaikos. That's true. But let's look at numbers. Numbers count. I always talk about numbers. 17-1 Real Madrid in the last 18 matchups against Panathinaikos. And let's see, March 21st is right around the corner. Dane, you know what March 21st is?
Not St. Patty's Day. That's 4 days.
No, not St. Patty's Day. It's not even Easter week. It'll be the 11th anniversary that Panathinaikos has won a game in Madrid. I was going to say the Wiesling Center, but I'm sure they probably played in 3 other arenas in the meantime. This game is over. Real Madrid is taking it. They have nothing to lose. Pana's got no chance of winning on the road.
You know what's going to happen when I ask Ataman about Panathinaikos not winning in Madrid in 11 years? He's going to say, "Ha ha ha! I came to Panathinaikos to smash records," and then give him a sinister laugh.
I love Ataman. I love Ataman. Hey, let's get out of the second game. Second game of the week: Barcelona-Monaco. AS Monaco, baby. Second versus fourth. I mean, we got a top 4 teams playing each other in the first game back this week. Round 27 is going to be sick. I'll tell you what, Mike James is ready to roll against Barcelona. Needs 28 points to break that all-time record. It's 2 teams that made the Final Four last year, but neither one of them had the luck and ended up playing in that consolation game. 20-point victory from Monaco in the first round in France. What you got in Barcelona?
It's a different sort of Barcelona team now, isn't it? I mean, they've gone through some patches where it's been up and down this season, and I think Grimal's got this team playing how he wants to. Parker's been incorporated a bit more now as the season's gone on. He's feeling comfortable. They've got a bunch of studs, but this isn't a team that relies on one star, and I think that's going to be important once they get to the playoffs and the Final Four. But man, I don't know if there's another team that has more pressure on themselves right now coming into the final stretch and into the playoffs than Barcelona after failure and failure and failure again in the Final Four.
It's been a long road for them. They responded after that 20-point loss. They won 4 games in a row against Real Madrid, against Baskonia, against Olympiacos, and against Zalgiris. But all 4 of the games were at Barcelona. They're not a good team on the road. They're a great team at home. So I expect them to win this game against Monaco, but there ain't no way they're going to cover that 20-point advantage. And that might come in the head-to-head when we get into April, somewhere around there. Don't expect neither one of these teams to be in the play-in, that's for sure. But this game will be huge, and Mike James will want to make a statement. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, no, he's going to want to make a statement. But Monaco, I think, has something to prove because each year they've been getting better and better and better, while Barcelona's just kind of remained stagnant. They get into the Final Fours, but they haven't been winning Final Fours. And maybe that's what they need is somebody like Mirotic to be gone, like Saras to be gone. They don't want stars to have to depend on them. It needs to kind of move fluidly when it gets to that sort of those big games.
We'll see. I think Monaco's on that F's trail where they lost a little bit, got there, found their way, got some rhythm, kept the same team, and kept
Let's
going.
go.
So
Let's go down a little bit through the standings, and we're talking play-in, baby, because this is
man,
stuff right here. It's the debut season. It's something that's new. I know a lot of people in EuroLeague don't love new stuff, but this is exciting, and we've got some big games going on that are going to determine sort of the play-in picture over the next few years. First of all, let's go Virtus and Valencia.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm loving Virtus this year. I'm loving the fact that Toko, I mean, give him Comeback Player of the Year award so far. He's been great. Luca Banchi, as a head coach, is doing an incredible job. But I look at Valencia, and they're playing on the road. Virtus is 11-1 at home. And I see a fragile team. I see a team in Valencia that's just trying to hold on so bad. And they need this win they need this win so badly in a difficult arena. After this game, they have Barca at home and they have Fenerbahce on the road. They're 13-13 right now, sitting in 9th place. 3 losses in a row is going to put them at 13-16. And then you talk about fragility. That might be the end of it for a team like Valencia.
I'm worried about this Virtus team, and I'm just as worried as I was shocked to see how well they started the season. But when they started the season in 14 of their first games, 10 of those they scored 80 points. In the last 7 games, they've only scored 80 points one time. It came in the last game. So this is a team right now that isn't flowing on the offensive end. Toko's been a bit down. I mean, he's missed some games here and there. This is a team that needs to regain their structure, regain their form. For Valencia, how long can a physical team like that hold on when you're just a 3-headed monster between Ojale, you got Jones and Davies? Really nobody else is chipping in, and how much can those 3 carry them through the rest of the season?
Yeah, but the break came just in time. I made a mistake before. Bologna's 11-2 at home this season, and they've lost 3 of their last 4 before this break. So again, they're in a fragile position, but they're in a position where they have to win the game. And Valencia, as I said, if they lose, they're in trouble. And talk about the big game. I'm loving the fact that Fener struggled a little bit. They did well when Sardes got there, and now they're starting to struggle a little bit more before the break. But Baskonia is the team to watch here. Baskonia and Valencia are both fighting tooth and nail for that spot. Maybe they're going to be at the Spanish play-in in April, but Fener Baskonia is going to be a huge game. And let's talk about a little bit Cody Miller McIntyre.
Well, CMM, I mean, he's the man, isn't he? Ever since Dusko Ivanovic he came into what we should call his home, he's giving the keys to the car to Cody Miller McIntyre, and it's really, I mean, he has taken over. He's looked like a new player. He's running the position, but running the team as it's supposed to. I really do think that a statue should be built outside of Buesa Arena for Dusko, but it would terrify all the kids in Vitoria-Gasteiz because that would be a scary statue.
But did they take the statue down when they fire him for 4 months?
Yeah.
It's got to be a portable statue, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's got wheels on it.
No, but Fener looked good. I mean, Fener, they looked a little shaky going in, but I think this little break that they've had is going to be a good chance for Saras to kind of have that he had his time to put his sort of DNA into this team. They've had a long time with domestic cup games and stuff like that, but I think this little break off is going to do them well and get them going for the rest of the season.
And what they got going for them is a 1-point loss in Baskonia in the first leg. So if they end up head-to-head, they're going to have to win that game outright by more than 1 point at least to give themselves a little bit more confidence. But, hey, those are the 4 most important games so far for this week in my perspective and our perspective here at the Takeoff. So let's kind of close this thing out before we get on too long.
Yeah, baby.
Real quick, play-in, the play-in, what do we think? Do we love it? I love it. I can't wait.
I mean, look at what we're talking about here. We're talking about matchups between 7 and 8 seeds that are huge matchups here 7 weeks before the season's going to end. You got teams that are sitting in 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. I mean, Milan, you've got Efes, you've got Savena. those teams have a chance now. And this is neck and neck. This is tight as it could be. It's saran wrapped, and it's going to be a photo finish, I think.
I just think, unfortunately, in my case, the way I like to play the game is different. It's a point guard game right now, and it is going to be tight down the end, and it's going to be up to point guards. We just saw Nick Kalates drop 2,000 assists. He's the all-time leader in assists in the EuroLeague. Might not be the top 5 point guard right now, but let's go through the guys real quick. Cody Miller-McIntyre. You got Darius Thompson, Facu. I mean, the point guards are ruling it right now in the EuroLeague. Who's yours?
I know you're hating talking about point guards.
I know
right
I can't stand it, but I have to.
Up our first show.
Next show we're going big man all day.
Kalathis had his day, and it reminded me a lot of what Cody Miller-McIntyre is doing with Baskonia right now, where he can give you 15 assists on any given day. And what's a point guard supposed to do, really? What's their job?
Give me the ball and shut up. That's what it was in my day.
Yeah, I mean, that's still kind of the case. And point guards right now, that's what they're made to do. They assist. They set up things. They aren't supposed to be taking 10, 15, 20 shots a game. That's where they kind of get involved in. Cody Miller-McIntyre does that just like Kalathis did back in the day.
Tell Mike James that he's 28 points from the all-time record against going up against, well, not going up against Spanulis, but about to take Spanulis' place. Is he going to do it against Barca this week? He scored 28 twice this season. That's his max in the season. We know he's capable of scoring more. What about that point guard?
I mean, all you got to give James is a bullseye, don't you? Just a little target, and he's going to come out gunning. He's in Barcelona. He's playing a historic team on a historic ground. I don't think there's any way that he doesn't come out and have 20 in the first half, and then he cruises from there. I mean, he's gunning for it. Why wouldn't he?
I'd love to see it, but he's got to be patient. They got a team concept going. He's doing his thing. He's playing well, averaging 16 points a game. MVP candidate without a doubt this season. He'll be patient. He's going to get those 28 points. He's not worried about it. Let's finish off our point guard conversation and our first takeoff show with a little bit of sentimental feeling. Talking at the point guard. We'll keep the point guard thing going. Ricky Rubio is back, baby, and I love it. Played the other day against Latvia for the first time. Barcelona signed him a couple weeks ago. Went through a little tough time, personal decisions, and stayed away. I liked his decision to come back and play for the national team before he went and played a game for Barcelona. Congratulations to Ricky Rubio, his family, everybody around him that's been supporting him. I'm so happy to see him back on the court. And, when you see him, I don't care how old he is. He looks like he's 16 years old still. And it's great for European basketball, great for Spanish basketball, and great for all the kids that love to follow Ricky Rubio around. What do you think about Rubio's comeback?
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend in Europe. He's a legend in that particular region of Spain as well. Being a teenager and just absolutely dominating from Juventud to Barcelona and then on to the next level overseas. And seeing him come back and seeing the circumstances that surround him, he's got the support. He's got, family and friends around him. And I think how much of a role he's going to play with Barcelona remains to be determined. It's really hard to kind of come through and make an impact, especially at this stage of the season. But his presence there can only help Barcelona, I think. And I'm excited to watch. I don't think this will be a Pau Gasol thing where he was there just as a figurehead. He's going to play. He's going to make an impact.
I think he's going to play. It'll be great for the team. Last minute, we're going to close this thing out with one quick question. Real Madrid is the only team in the EuroLeague with a winning record away from their home arena. Does that make a difference in Berlin? I say hell yeah. What do you say?
I don't think so. I think once it's one off like that, you get there, anybody can win, anybody can go down. You have a bad quarter, a bad half, and it could cost you the season.
That's what the Final Four is all about, baby. Every game matters, especially the last one. And the takeoff is about to check out right now. Dane, thanks for being with me. Enjoy being with you for our first pilot show.
Get used to it. I'm going to be here for a long time.
Let's do it.